Very good handling, very good chassis, balance and poise. Effortlessly riding through the dirt. Absolute piece of cake for this. Well, hi there, welcome to Dino's World. I'm here in Pune, and guess what? I have the brand new Pulsar N125 with me. Sharper, leaner, meaner, and faster than ever before. Can I say that? Because when you look at the visual design concept, you get an idea. It's a streamlined bodywork made to go, cut through air like a sharpened arrow. Does it go that fast? That's the reason why they brought us here to a go-karting track to give us a glimpse of the handling capability. And boy, you will fall in love with this once you ride across a really tight, technically, tricky track. That's where it shines through as one of the most capable machines in the 125cc segment. It has stiff competition in the likes of the TVS Raider or the newly launched Hero Extreme 125R, but then it's a Pulsar. It has supposed to outsmart, outshine and outperform and obliterate the competition. And have they managed to do that? Well, you'll get the answer to that by the end of this video. But let's get started. What is new that's being offered with this new Pulsar? First of all is this new color. Now, the first impression when I saw the spice shots and the reveal of the motorcycle yesterday, it was mixed bag. In the video, in the photos, it was looking kind of, what have they done? Why whenever there's a fresh new design, there's always an opinion. Be it the new N series, N160, N250, or even my NS400Z. Like I'll just take a case of a superbike here, the S1000RR. Once it got symmetrical headlamps when compared to the asymmetric headlamps, people started like wincing like crazy or whining like crazy. Says, why this change? But then when you look at it, the more you look at it, the more you fall in love. It grows on you with time. Similarly with the 10R. I didn't like it initially, but then I can't. There isn't a day where I can't, reimagine or recollect my 10R or me owning it or riding it. So the Pulsar, the 125, this design is something that grows on you with time. It might not have an immediate effect, but it'll indeed have an imminent effect on your mind, body and soul. Especially after riding it, you get an idea as to why this design graphic, why this over the top, in your face kind of a radical design, or the graphic, or the chiseling and the bodywork. That's something once you understand the character of the bike. When you run into a 125cc segment, the first thing that comes to your mind is, oh, maybe it's commuterish, just daily usable, a daily driver. But then when this, my friend, is imbibed on a tank, you ought to have something more than that. And that's where the N125 really shines through. Yes, it kind of reminds us of the LS135 Light Sport. That was the mention in the briefing, the light sport character of the LS135. There's a little bit of resemblance of the grab bar of the LS135 right over there. A little bit of resemblance of the sharpened front headlamp cowl. But this one is sharper than that. It kind of reminds us a little bit of the X-Blade or the Hornet. But then it's LED lighting, LED lamp. Almost everyone has a similar kind of a layout once you want a sharper line and sharper creases. But then having given everything, why did they miss out on LED turn blinkers? So that is one thing. Maybe the save for something. कुछ तो सेव करना है, कुछ तो बाजू रखना है फ्यूचर अपग्रेड के लिए. सब कुछ पहली बार दे दिए तो क्या होगा? So that is understandable. And the pricing. So the pricing is again right on point. It is $1 grand cheaper or more affordable. Cheaper is never the word. It's more affordable than the be it the standard variant or the base variant. This is the top spec variant. There are two variants. So what is the difference between the two variant? The base variant has a smaller LCD console. This one is a bigger one, and it doesn't get Bluetooth connectivity. It doesn't get ISG, integrated starter generator. Now what that does is, so integrated starter generator kind of uses the energy dispersion whenever you're just idling around, not giving too much of acceleration. It just conserves that energy and keeps it in store when you want to unleash the full potential of the bike. And that is one thing. And it also contributes to silent start mechanism. You can just start it. It's really quiet in terms of starting mechanism. It does get a Kickstarter and engine kill switch and push button starter as well as a Kickstarter. That's another clever inclusion. You have mass centralization concept coming full circle with a underbelly exhaust, the preload adjustable monoshock at the back. The swing arm is of lighter material and is much more effective on the track. The chassis is absolutely brilliant. 17-inch wheels front and rear, 80 by 100 tire front, 100 by 80 tire at the back, far more easier to remember. But then the base variant comes with a 100 by 90 tire. So in 125cc segment, you got to make do because it has to be fuel efficient as well. So the fuel claim with mixed riding conditions is 60 kmpl. 60 kmpl is very impressive for the kind of performance it has on offer. You ride it, you'll fall in love. Now one thing that feels a little overdone, maybe these suspension covers, maybe they could give some extra bit of graphic right over there as 125 or some kind of tech being mentioned over there. Maybe the ISG branding can be done because it as if something is missing over there. So you can add your custom graphic there. And then this neon, they say this is inspired by the cyberpunk universe. Don't be surprised if suddenly the Pulsar 125 suddenly features in the cyberpunk game. It has what it takes to, because it's the world's favorite Indian. It has made its mark. It's a legendary motorcycle. And this neon accents, and this is kind of a purple color. You also have the neon color, which looks absolutely stunning. You have other color variants. I'll try to feature that. And yeah, blacked out front fender. 240mm disc up front, drum brake at the back, and very beautifully laid out seat. Look at the seat coming all the way up to the tank. Ample amount of space for the rider to move around. Very good, well laid out seat for ladies to be, easily make it easily accessible for ladies. The grab bar is brilliantly laid out. Let's quickly look at the cluster. So we are right underneath the sun. So this gives you a test of how well you can read the fonts. If you're parking your bike right underneath the sun, you have the USB charging socket right over here. Fuel gauge is here, speedometer, the rev counter is over there. So odometer, trip meter, time, side stand indicator, warning indicator, everything is well laid out. The tail lamp cluster, I think it will come on only when you start the bike. And here you have different buttons to, average fuel economy, instant fuel economy, different warnings, clock, Bluetooth on off. Yeah. Does it have distance to empty? No. So that's a miss. That's okay. Then you have automatic start stop system. That is is it a segment first? I think that's there in the Hero MotoCorp motorcycles, but still automatic start stop system is something that comes courtesy of the ISG motor in place. And E20 compliant engine, I've explained ethanol benefits multiple times. Flasher is high beam flasher is included. The seat height is just 795 mm. That is another crucial detail you need to know. 795 mm only. So it means you sit inside the bike and the man and the machine become one unstoppable force. And imagine the ground clearance, 198 mm of ground clearance, almost 200 mm of ground clearance, almost that of a off-roader. And I was like riding through this dirt path, standing up. I mean, you can have a riot of a time riding through dirt patches. It'll just glide over anything and everything. Suspension is just 30 mm, folks, but it is very well tuned or damped. Damping settings are perfectly done such that it can glide over potholes, give you a very plush ride quality. At the same time, when you're pushing it hard through the track, it gives you that good front end feel. The only thing is a 9.6 liter tank. Why oh why did you give a 9.6 liter tank? Yes, they had to make it streamlined. Yes, they had to make it light and compact, light and sporty. But the tank could have been at least a 12 liter tank. That is one gripe I have about this. That's the only fault finding you can do. Apart from that, this is brilliant in every aspect. Paad ke rakh diya. That is what I told them. Paad ke rakh diya. In Telugu, I said chimpe sir actually. So chimpe avtal bade sir. The performance is there. The handling is brilliant. The comfort is there. The flickability, the maneuverability, the direction changes, the ergonomics, and the equipment and the tech, everything coming together in perfect harmony. It's like a Rajamouli movie. I mean, you have the sentiment, you have the graphics, you have the technology, you have emotions, you have the fights, you have the songs. It's there to be a proper family entertainer and a blockbuster. This thing does it all for you. It has fuel efficiency, it has performance, it has great handling, it has good equipment, it has easy low-cost maintenance, and a service network of Bajaj, and the Pulsar branding, that itself says it all. And the Pulsar DNA is found in it once you open the throttle, and that's what makes it a winner right from the word go. I love it. After riding it on the track, I haven't ridden it on the street yet. I'll come back and continue the street ride impression as well. But for now, it looks absolutely stunning. So the quick overview: 125cc single fuel injected engine, 12 PS of max power, 11 Newton meters max torque, 5-speed gearbox, had a kickstarter as well as a push button starter. Two variants. Base variant doesn't get Bluetooth connectivity, it doesn't get ISG starter generator, it gets a disc. Both of them get disc and LED lighting, but there's one more kind of a difference. I think I already mentioned that earlier to you. The tank is the only gripe I have. 9.6 liter. Seat height is perfectly set, 795 mm. Ground clearance is more than ample enough, 198 mm. And 17-inch wheels front and rear, 100/80 tire at the back. And the graphics and the chiseling, the body work is brilliantly done. And that's pretty much it. So for now, let's wrap this up and wait for my ride impression post my ride across the city streets. Very good handling, very good chassis, balance and poise. Braking is really good. Then all are U-turns, so there's no sweeping fast corner here. Primarily handling. Over here, again a U-turn. Okay, now it's time to ride it across the highway or the city road. Here we go, we have some commuters up front. Oh, look at the acceleration, it's insane, huh? It's super stable. Oh, traffic jam up front, is it? That's the last thing you need. Brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. So in terms of flickability and stability and maneuverability, very comfortable saddle, very refined engine, good shift, good throttle response. Let's take a turn here. Very well sorted suspension. Well sorted ergonomics. The clutch is super light. feather light clutch, ample amount of ground clearance. Ultimately, it's the refinement that helps you enjoy a completely fatigue-free riding. So that's the way it is. Another thing is the ground clearance. 198 mm of ground clearance allows you to just play around the dirt. So that's what I'm saying. It's so capable that people will not think twice about taking it to Ladakh, except for this puny little tank. The 9.6 liter tank is the only thing that will limit you to the city, but it's so damn capable that it can do almost everything. Unfortunately, we have a truck in front of us. Yes, just watch it go now. It's just effortless, brilliant. Is it a part dirt bike? So slim and slender. It's like effortlessly riding through the dirt. Absolute piece of cake for this, given the higher ground clearance. And that's where it shines like the northern star, brighter than ever. So overall, an absolute winner. N stands for new benchmark or nimble, you decide. This thing is absolutely spot on in every aspect. And the exhaust note.